Welcome to our channel, where we update and reveal the most shocking, dramatic, and fascinating details from famous TV series. If you are a fan of hidden secrets, forbidden relationships and breathtaking twists, then this is the place for you. Today, we will take you to one of the most shocking twists in the movie Beyond the Gates, where a man named Bill was pushed into the abyss when he discovered the unforgivable truth. The woman he loved and his close sister were hiding a dark relationship in the dark, which not only destroyed his heart but also shook the family foundation that he once believed was solid. The story below will leave you stunned and unable to take your eyes off. Let us delve into the darkest corners of the buried truth. Bill never thought that one day everything he believed in would collapse in an instant. He was a calm, straightforward person who was always loyal to his principles. He loved Madison with a steadfast, unprejudiced love and always put her above all else. As for Hayley, the person he considered as a part of his flesh and blood, like a sister whose fate had been tied to his life since they were both very young. But then, those two people completely extinguished the light in his heart. It all started on a seemingly normal evening like any other. Bill was looking for a precious bottle of wine in the basement, a place he often went to when he needed peace. But that night, a soft laugh echoed from the dark corner of the room without light. Intimate whispers seemed to tear the silence apart. He thought he had misheard, but when he stepped closer, he was stunned. It was Madison and Hayley. The two women he trusted more than anything, wrapped around each other in an unmistakable moment. His heart felt like it was being squeezed. His eyes couldn't take their eyes off the scene before him, a scene that would haunt him for the rest of his life. He couldn't scream, couldn't ask for forgiveness, couldn't do anything because his body was frozen by the shock. He turned away, staggering out of the basement as if he had just stepped out of hell. But that was only the beginning. He began to notice everything around him: Madison's lies about impromptu meetings, the unusually long hugs between the two women. The longing Hayley looked at Madison. All of these things that had once been dismissed as trivial, now became as obvious as a cruel joke. Not stopping there, Bill followed the traces. Checked Madison's phone, searched through old emails, reviewed the house camera. What he discovered not only confirmed the pain but also made him fall down again. Madison and Hayley had been together longer than he thought. The relationship started with yoga sessions, short business trips, perfect excuses for both of them to disappear from his sight. The deeper Bill dug, the more stupid and blind he felt. Madison was not a woman who was simply caught up in temptation. She was the one who took the initiative. In the encrypted messages, she planned the meetings, arranged the time to avoid detection. Hayley was passionate and crazy. She lived for Madison, even wrote that without Madison, she would not need anyone else in this world. Bill read it and felt like he was stabbed hundreds of times in the heart. Those words, those promises, never meant for him. So all that he thought was true love, all those beautiful memories, were just a cover for Madison to hide her true self? He felt like he no longer existed, just a name on paper, a useless puppet in a fake relationship. But the worst was yet to come. A leaked video, by whom it was released, it was unclear, recorded Madison and Hayley together in a resort room. The video was sent to all members of the Vernon family, including Vernon, the most powerful and patriarchal man. He immediately summoned everyone to the living room, in an unprecedented family meeting. No one said anything as the clip played a second time, then a third time. All eyes were on Bill, but he couldn't open his mouth, couldn't speak. Madison paled, trying to stay calm. And Hayley burst into tears, but not because of remorse, but because the truth had been brought to light. Vernon was furious, declaring this an unforgivable insult and demanding that they both be kicked out of the house immediately. Leslie was devastated, not believing that two women she trusted could betray everyone's trust. The family was broken beyond repair. Bill fell into a crisis. He stopped eating, stopped sleeping, just sat alone in a dark room for days. Friends came to visit, relatives advised, doctors were called, but all were meaningless. He was like a lost soul. In his troubled dreams, he saw Madison and Hayley laughing at him, whispering in his ear that he was just an invisible shadow. He woke up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat. The pain was unbearable. In his most desperate moments, he thought about death, thinking that it was the only way to end all the pain. But then, he didn't die. Because a part of him still hadn't given up, the other part was weak but not broken. He began to write, each page of his diary covered in blood and tears, recording everything that had happened. As a way to face the truth. And in that journey of confrontation, he realized that something more terrifying than betrayal was the feeling of not trusting anyone, not even himself. He looked back at the years that had passed, and saw that he was just a supporting character in his own life story. That story, controlled by others, torn apart by secrets. Trampled by those he once placed absolute trust in. Continue to follow our channel so you don't miss any other shocking developments from Beyond the Gates and other attractive TV series. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be the first to discover the secrets hidden behind gates that seem to be closed forever.